YouTube, happy Saturday. How is everyone doing? I'm here with another video with some updates about my bodybuilding prep. We are currently, I don't even know how many weeks in, because let me tell you, time is going really fast. I think it's 15 weeks out at the moment. Everything is going well. Obviously some changes have been made and currently feeling good. I'm before my period, so last week I felt quite a little bit lower with strength, but let's see how today's session will go. I'm just on my way to see Nikki for another posing, so that is exciting. Posing session first, and then I'm going to train legs. This week was quite good, apart from obviously feeling a little bit weaker. Let's see, it can be also due food, because I'm gonna definitely share with you updates to my diet. The food is still quite high. I'm not saying it's super low, but I think I can start to feel that. So definitely it's a little bit of both in terms of strength during the training. But yeah, not complaining, just trying to do a little changes around my diet to still make it less impactful. But I think it's also a matter of those first weeks when you actually realizing how things are getting tough and challenging. But apart from that, everything is going well. Physique is definitely changing. Weight is slightly dropping gradually, which is great. And yeah, it's getting real. It's getting exciting. I already had my consult for my suits as well, so I know what color I'm going for. It's actually beautiful. Can't wait. But I still have to wait like 2 months. Yeah, anyway, let's do it. I'm going to see Nikki and then train some legs.
Go back. Smaller steps, okay? I like not this like pony kind of leg. Yeah. Good. Let's see the transition from the side pose to the back pose. Go back to your side pose. Thinking what we can do is lie. Hold. Now with this glute shot, thinking this way, I want you to bring this step forward. A little bit pressing into your foot to press your glutes back. So with this glute shot, you really want to show this. Yeah. Yes, you will showcase this glute as well, but I really want you to focus on this. Now, once you are there, okay, from here, push your chest out as much as you can. So you're really trying to push the chest forward to create a small. Push your chest out. Yeah, and then stepping into your back pose. Yep. Transition.
Okay guys, it's nice and bright. This was my posing session. I trained legs after. I didn't obviously record that, but whoo, exhausted, going to eat. And yeah, the posing, that's the thing. I always say like it's getting easier with practice for sure, but every time I see Nikki I feel like an idiot because there are things like details, just need to put everything together, you know. And I see it's same like when you teach someone to do, for example, Romanian deadlift, like someone who never done it. There's so many little things you want to nail, and it's same with posing. Like there's so many details, and also like my physique now starts to changing, so we do little adjustments to what suits as I'm getting leaner. But yeah, always enjoy that. My goal now is to definitely practice posing more. So I'm gonna actually practice 2 more at work because we have great studio with mirrors, large space, and I can practice the walk as well. Yeah, just need to do it because at home with the little one it's impossible. Like he's always running around me and I don't have that much space, you know. But yeah, that's not an excuse, but when I'm doing check-ins it's always like takes me 3 times longer when he's running around me. But yeah, so this was posing. I'm heading home to eat and then mom duties. Obviously the motherhood at the same time together with this whole thing is, not gonna lie, it's intense sometimes. When you have 2 years old, he's getting into that mad phase, like he is so hyper, but it's fun. At least he keeps me like active, obviously, and later on during the prep I think it will actually will be helpful, you know, because obviously activity stuff will be increasing. A few things already changed in terms of nutrition since last time, so I'm gonna share with you obviously food. I think it's still very decent. It's not drastic. My calories, even though they are 2000 on training day, I already feel it. I'm feeling a little bit tired, but like I'm noticing on myself like things, you know, when your body starts slowly like getting less active, like I'm walking really slow. I started to notice my legs are sometimes very sore at night, and training sessions were not the best last week, but I'm also in my luteal phase, so it obviously can be all related. I'm not saying I'm feeling shit, but I definitely can feel that I'm eating 1000 calories less than 2 months ago. So definitely, like, it's funny, like I'm already realizing how the nutrition is so important. I remember, and this is like something like every girl I work with, every woman I work with, this is the issue: under eating, you know, under eating, overeating, inconsistent nutrition. It's funny, like I'm always thinking about myself when I tried to prep many years ago for first time, or even myself 6 years, 7 years ago, when I really struggled with nutrition, and really my diet was like 1800 calories, which is really low. Like I don't know how could I survive, and I currently have really few clients who are going through same thing, and you know, women are really actually scared to eat more, you know, and it's really process of understanding how the nutrition works, how it helps you with the performance, with training, but also overall energy levels. So this is something I'm noticing already on myself, together with a crazy toddler that's sometimes, like, honestly, I'm 30 minutes awake in the morning and I'm done. I feel like I can't do this anymore. Recently I had solo parenting day when he even didn't go for a nap during the day, so it was really zero break from morning till evening. But it's fun. Obviously it's not like I'm complaining. It's extra challenge for me being mom, having no too very little support in terms of like a family and friends, but it's great. I'm just going to do a little bit of meal prep. Funny thing is that since on prep, I started to cook a little bit more for my family. So, and it's actually like, it's not unhealthy meals. It's like a traditional Czech meals. I'm currently do some, you know, pork with very creamy and cabbage sauce, loads of calories. There is double cream, fat, dumplings, loads of butter. So it's not healthy, but I find cooking these meals is something that, you know, it doesn't make me to crave them. Obviously, I know they are tasty. I was never really like person who was into these meals. Like, they are definitely delicious. I definitely believe if I would have a plate with 10 dumplings, I will smash it straight away. But cooking it for my family makes me happy that, you know, I'm trying to cook something different for them, because if you know me, I'm not really a cooking girl. I just very low key in terms of food and meals and cooking. So it makes me happy that I'm spending my time learning new recipes, cook for my son and for my husband. And it's actually not bothering me in terms of like trying that, because I know I actually can't even lick it, because these foods, even though they are delicious and everything, they are super high in calories, obviously, and everything, and I don't want to mess up. So it's funny, like, I don't know how to explain it, but in some way it actually makes me feel good. It just makes me happy to cook for them, you know. One thing that happened to me last week, and I actually shared it with my coach as well, with Char, because, you know, like, I went to grocery store to buy some food, and I bought some small cinnamon buns for a visit who's supposed to come for coffee. And when I'm in grocery store or anywhere outside, sometimes, you know, tantrums happen, and that's exactly what happened when my son wanted to cinnamon buns. So I opened the cinnamon buns already in the store, and then he didn't want it, so I had full hands, and then like he was screaming, it was very busy, and I always start to panic. I feel like I need to leave as soon as possible. And in that moment when he wanted the cinnamon bun and then he just gave it back to me and like was screaming, I just took the cinnamon bun and I put it into my mouth, and I'm telling you, I had such a sugar shock. It was so sweet. I was like, whoa, that was insane. Like, because obviously now I have some sweets, like in terms of 10 grams of Biscoff in my oats, for example, once a day. And before I had, you know, way more. Now I'm really just like fruits. That's the only sweet thing I have. And I had shock. Like, it was so sweet. And then I already realized what I did. I was like, fuck, you know. So obviously it was something I shared with my coach, to just tell her what happened, to assure that this is really like something obviously understandable in my case, you know, it's like the automatic response, but nothing like this can happen anymore, you know. And it's, which really gave me like huge kick of how this diet is strict, you know, which some people don't understand. Another thing is that I don't know if I'm more aware of it, or if my partner is, you know, not aware of it, because he's having a little bit of a hard time with me. He always asking me if I want this to eat or something to cook, and I'm like, no, don't ask me, I can't, you know, just don't avoid asking me about food. Now he was home and he was cooking like roasted vegetables, and then he was baking suddenly out of nowhere. Then he's always watching cooking TV shows, and I'm like, hello, is it provocation or what? Is it test? That's a part of it. I would definitely don't want my family to restrict themselves or limit themselves. Like, when we have dinner, we are all together, or even just when I'm on my own with my son, we have dinner together. I have my meal. It's actually pretty amazing, you know, like, because you have to be really on point. It's going well. There are just few little things I'm starting realizing. I'm trying to really be precise with meal timings, whether I'm at home or at work, to really spread the meals the best way, because sometimes the time around lunch and afternoon is the time when I'm kind of a little bit more hungrier, and then later in the evening I'm kind of like feeling a little bit better, less hungry. So I kind of need to like plan it, always like plan the meals more precisely than before. And also getting a little bit more high volume foods, sort of like courgettes, mushrooms. They are absolutely, that's my two most favorite like vegetables, even if not on diet. Courgettes and mushrooms are so good, so this is what I eat a lot now. But also different other vegetables. I start to eat some carrots because they kind of like very dense. This is food. In terms of cardio, I think it's still same, 30 minutes on Stairmaster, which I'm pretty fun. I actually like Stairmaster, and as I probably mentioned, I already do something on my phone, so already it flies like this. I sometimes even don't listen to any music. And then obviously I have my cycle to work, which is counted as my cardio as well. 4 sessions per week, still 2 upper, 2 lower. It's still same. I'm a little bit kind of thinking about the training as well, because last week was a little bit lower than normally. Obviously the effort and everything is still there, but in terms of actual strength was a little bit lower. But as I said, I'm also in that phase before my period, which I normally like 5 to 7 days have that window when I feel the drop in the strength, and then usually on day of my period, if I train, I feel quite strong. So let's see, let's hope everything is going well. In terms of sleep, I had actually a pretty good few nights. I had first night probably since like I'm a mom, when I had over 1 hour of deep sleep per night, which is actually pretty good, because normally I really don't get deep sleep. I always, when I fall asleep, I have that first sleep cycle, and then during the night, even though I'm not awake a lot, I just don't get that full cycle when I get into the deep sleep, which is also very important. So it was nice. I don't know how that happened. The only thing I did differently was that at 2 a.m. I moved into living room to sleep on sofa, because my little one got just too big in the bed, and I just, I just was like, no, I'm leaving. So sometimes it happens, and actually it was even better. So maybe I'm gonna sleep on sofa more often. Yeah, I'm going to cook for my family, and then I'm gonna eat my very fancy bodybuilding prep style meal. So let's do it. So, as I said, little meal prep done. Some oats for mornings, tomorrow some chicken, pasta, cream of rice, some veggies I had left, and this is family meal. So we have some pulled pork for Sunday. I'm gonna do some probably some kebab style Greek meal for boys. And here, this is Czech traditional meal. It's with pork, creamy sauce with cabbage and dumplings. Voila!